Nintendo Switch 2 is on the way, but in this video we discuss why I think Nintendo won't launch the Switch 2 with a brand new 3D Mario. Before this video starts, I just want to thank everybody for helping us reach 2.5k, 2,500 subscribers. Thank you everybody that's helped us. Thank you to everyone that subscribed, liked or commented, because it really does help small channels like us out loads. Thank you so much. So the Switch 2, it was revealed just a couple of weeks ago, and we saw with that reveal, we saw a brand new Mario Kart be shown off. It wasn't for very long, it was only for about maybe 10-15 seconds. And, you know, we have kind of confirmation that a new Mario Kart is on the way. So we've been teased already with the Mario Kart, but in this video I kind of wanted just to make a discussion video talking about the new Mario Kart and whether or not we could also see a 3D Mario within the same year. We've never really seen that. We've never seen a 3D Mario come out at the same time as a Mario Kart, and could we see that for the first time with Switch 2? The only time we've actually got a new 3D Mario game and a new Mario Kart game was in 1997, at least in the UK. We actually got Mario Kart 64 and Mario 64 all within the same year, just within a few months behind each other. But yeah, we don't really see a Mario Kart launch the same year as a new 3D Mario. But could the Switch 2 be the first to do that? Now, I feel like it all kind of depends on what time of year the Switch 2 launches. Now, if the Switch 2 launch is in, like, near the end of the year, near holiday season, I feel like we'll only see one this year. I don't feel like we'll see a Mario Kart and a 3D Mario at the same time. And I don't feel like we'll see both of those games at launch. I don't feel like we'll see a new Mario Kart and a 3D Mario release on the same day at launch. I feel like there's going to be some spacing. So let's say the Switch 2 comes out this summer with a brand new Mario Kart, then 4 or 5 months down the line, in the holiday season at the end of the year, then we see a launch of a new 3D Mario. I feel like that's possible, but I also think that it's possible that Nintendo launch with Mario Kart and then have a 3D Mario maybe a year down the line, kind of like what they did with the Wii. They had, you know, obviously the big Zelda game to be the launch title, Twilight Princess, and then a year or so later in 2007, that's when we saw a new 3D Mario. So I feel like a 3D Mario is a little bit far off, and I feel like we'll see a Mario Kart first. But yeah, I don't feel like the new 3D Mario could be a launch title. I feel like Mario Kart 9 will be first on Nintendo Switch 2 because we've seen it first in that Switch trailer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be true. Just because we've seen some footage of Mario Kart 9 doesn't mean that, you know, we're going to get that straight away. It could come at a later date and we could get a 3D Mario at launch. But to be fair, we've never really had a 3D Mario at launch apart from Mario 64. The GameCube, that launched with Luigi's Mansion, the Wii launched with Twilight Princess, the Wii U launched with a 2D Mario, that being the new Super Mario Bros. U, and then the Switch obviously launched with Zelda Breath of the Wild. We've never really had a 3D Mario at launch. I guess you could count Super Mario 64 DS for the original DS, but yeah, I feel like, you know, 3D Mario is on the way. We know that pretty much. We can assume that. You know, 3D Mario, we haven't had one since 2017. And yeah, we can assume that something is coming for 3D Mario. I would love to see an open world 3D Mario, kind of like what we had for Bowser's Fury. It was like a big open zone. It was a big play area to play in. I like that idea, and I want them to bring that idea back and, you know, make it on such a larger scale. The hardware's there now. Obviously with the Switch 1, the hardware wasn't quite there for like big open world games. I mean, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they're kind of the exception. I mean, we saw The Witcher as well. The Switch can run open world games, but it wasn't really known for it. I feel like with the Switch 2, there'll be no limits on hardware at all. They'll be able to make big 3D open world games without having to, you know, cut corners or restrict certain areas, kind of like what they had to do with other games like The Witcher. So yeah, I feel like the time is now for a new 3D Mario. It's, you know, it's going to come soon. It's going to be in the early years of the Switch 2. That's pretty much confirmed. We haven't had a new one since 2017. And yeah, I've been replaying Super Mario Odyssey recently, and I absolutely love that game, but I just want more of it, if that makes sense. I've played the game so many times, played it over and over again, and I'm just kind of not bored of it, but, you know, I just want something new. I want something fresh. I want a 3D Mario. If I could choose a launch title for the Nintendo Switch 2, I would choose a new 3D Mario. But I feel like it's going to be Mario Kart. You know, Mario Kart pushes the online service too. It pushes Nintendo Switch Online. So Nintendo are going to want a big new Mario Kart. And Mario Kart will sell well. Mario Kart 8 is the best-selling Switch game. It makes sense to launch that with your new system. But when you make a new 3D Mario like Nintendo's going to do, when they launch that as well, that's going to be a big push for sales. I feel like a big 3D Mario game is going to be a good holiday game to get lots of sales in. We saw that with Mario Galaxy, we saw that with, you know, Mario Odyssey. That was a big holiday game. When they launch in a holiday season, they can really push consoles and really have like sort of a second wave of people wanting to buy consoles. We saw that with 3D World as well. People, you know, buy consoles on a holiday season at the end of the year. And if people know a brand new 3D Mario game is coming out, that's going to get a lot of people to buy the new system. A new 3D Mario game brings in so many people to Nintendo platforms. Mario Odyssey sold really, really well on the Switch 1. Lots of people love that game. Pretty much every Switch owner talks about that game. It is such a good game. And for us to finally get a new 3D Mario game, it's going to be huge, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to sell a lot of units. But I don't feel like it's going to be there at launch, unfortunately. I don't feel like a new Mario Kart and a new 3D Mario at the exact same time wouldn't maybe be healthy for the Switch. I mean, I like the idea of just getting a new Mario Kart, enjoying that for a few months, finishing those games, enjoying Mario Kart, and then waiting for that new 3D Mario. Now, if Mario Kart launches with the Switch 2, and people are new to the Switch, or, you know, people have maybe unsubscribed from Switch Online, Mario Kart will get lots of people to, you know, resubscribe to Switch Online. Let's say people buy a Switch 2 at launch, and they haven't been, you know, subscribed to Switch Online for a long time. They buy a Switch 2 at launch, they see Mario Kart's just come out, they want to play the new Mario Kart, but they want to play online. That's going to get a lot of people subscribing and also renewing Nintendo Switch Online from the very, very start. The Switch 1 didn't really have a big online game at launch. It wasn't really till maybe ARMS or Splatoon 2, or maybe even Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, to be fair. We didn't really have a big online game until, what, halfway through the first year, in the first 6 months. And Nintendo's investors love Switch Online. They like that revenue income. Every, you know, month or so, people auto-renewing Switch Online, whether that's $3.49 a month or paying £20 a year. It's extra money for them, you know, coming in. It's extra money for Nintendo. So if you're going to have a big game at launch, it makes sense to have a, you know, a game that has online on it. You know what I mean? It makes sense to have a big online game at launch and then have a single player sort of 3D Mario game later down the line. I feel like that makes the most sense for Nintendo. So yeah, I am more than ready for a new 3D Mario. I'm so excited for one, and I'm debatably more excited for a new 3D Mario than I am than a Mario Kart. I'm excited for Mario Kart 9. But for me personally, I'm just a little bit more excited for that new 3D Mario. You know, I really liked Odyssey. I want a new 3D Mario first, if I could choose. If I could choose what game launches with the Switch, personally I would choose a new 3D Mario, but I think from a business standpoint and what we've already seen so far, I feel like Mario Kart's going to be the launch title. Yeah, the first Nintendo system to launch with a Mario Kart, that's going to be insane, and I feel like it's going to sell a lot of units. If I had to make a prediction on when we'll see the new 3D Mario, if the Switch 2 launches in the summer, I feel like we could see a new 3D Mario as early as holiday season 2025, the end of this year. I feel like that's the earliest we could see it, if the Switch 2 launches in the summer. However, if the Switch 2 launches in the holiday season of this year with Mario Kart, I feel like then we could see the new 3D Mario in 2026 for that holiday season. I feel like that holiday season slot is reserved for a new 3D Mario, whether it's this year or whether it's next year, kind of depends on when the Switch 2 launches. Alright everyone, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you excited for a new 3D Mario? Are you excited for Mario Kart? What do you think will launch first? Do you feel like I'm wrong? Do you feel like, you know, 3D Mario will be a launch title for the Nintendo Switch 2? When do you feel like it will launch? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you feel that we could be seeing an Odyssey sequel, or do you feel like it will be a new, sort of fresh 3D Mario, maybe a Galaxy sequel? Let's just speculate. Let's have a talk down in the comments. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Yeah, when do you think we'll see the launch of the Switch? Do you feel like Mario Kart will be a launch title? Let me know all your thoughts on what I've had to say in this video, everybody. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you are doing so, because that does massively help out the channel. And yeah, thank you to everybody that's subscribed so far. We've just hit 2,500 subscribers, so thank you everybody for helping us reach that milestone. And yeah, thank you for watching everyone, and I will see you in another video.